The topic is enumerated data type, enum, that is enumerated data type, and also we will learn about typedef. Enum is useful for defining user defined data types. Means as a programmer we can define our own data types. There are a lot of data types given in C++ like integer, float, double and so on. If at all you want to define your own data type, you can define. But you cannot introduce something new. You have to use these existing data type only and define them. So let us see examples where we can use enum. See, first example. In your application, in your program, you are using department names like computer science department, like electronic and communication engineering department, and information technology and civil engineering department. You have to use these departments in your application. Like a student belongs to which department you want to check, or you want to store the information, or an employee or a faculty belongs to which department. So there is something related to department. Now the question is, how do you represent department? Will you write the name of the department? Name of the department means it will be a string. ECE, it's a string. Now working with string is little time consuming because it's not one letter, it's a set of characters. We want to make it faster. So mostly in daily life we find that if you have some commonly used terms or words, we define codes for them. We define codes. So in programming, this is very common that if you have a limited set of words commonly used, then you can assign codes for them and you can use codes. So for this departments, I can give codes. Like let us say this is department number 1 and this is 2 and this is 3 and this is 4. Now 1 means CS, 2 means electronics, like this. So we can use numbers instead of using strings. So this will be faster and easy also for programming. Now similarly I have other examples also. Let us look at them. Now this is file menu. In any application if you open, you will find a menu called file, and in that you will have some options. So I am talking only about the file menu, not about all others. So this is file menu. So for this, let us say the code for this is 0 and this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3. New means 0, open means 1, save means 2. Like this is menu, so menu driven program. So menu options, so and so option. 0 means option new, 1 means option open. Like this you can give the codes. Similarly here, if you are using days, then Monday is 0, Tuesday is 1, then Wednesday is 2 and so on. And these are playing cards. See, these are card shapes. So there are 4 different shapes of cards: club, spade, diamond and heart. So for this also you can give codes. Right. So in your application, in your program, 0 means club, 1 means spade. You can treat it like this. So numeric values can represent those words. Right. And same way for the feedback, poor feedback or satisfactory, good and excellent, you can give some codes. So this is a common practice. In daily life also we use codes. Now these were the examples. Now we want to learn how we can define these codes in our programs and use them. So for this there are more than one options. So first option I will tell you. I'll take this example like CSEEC for all these. I can define constants. I can say const integer CS is 1 or const integer ECE is 2. Now whenever you say EC, it's not a string now, it's a constant, it's a value 2, right? So like this for other 2 also we can do this. So I can define constants. So if there are 4, I can define 4 constant. If there are 10, I can define 10 such constants. In our application, wherever we write CSE, it should mean as 1, right? It should mean as 1. A code is there for it. So it's not a string now, it's a code. This is one method. Now if I am defining like 7 codes here, this will be too lengthy. So instead of that, is there any way that we can collectively define them together? Yes, that is enum. I can define them as enum, all those constants together. So for days I will show you. So the method of defining enum is say enum and say day or days, plural, whatever it is. Then what are the days? Monday, Tuesday, in lower cases I am writing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Now, this means I am defining all these constants together. This is nothing but defining the constants like this. Now, Monday will be 0, Tuesday will be 1, Wednesday will be 2 and so on. Automatically, they will take all those values. So, instead of writing them constants one by one, 7 times I have to write down. Instead of that, you make it as a data type. Now, day is a new data type. This is user defined data type. Right? And what are the values it can have? It can have the values from Monday to Sunday. So what is the value of Monday? Monday is 0. So automatically it takes, this is as 0, this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it defines the collection of values with these figures or with these codes. Automatically it happens. You don't have to mention 0, 1, 2, 3. By default, the first one is 0. The starting one is 0. Now, if I have defined this in my program, then I can use it in my program. Let us say inside the main function. This is done outside the main function. Inside the main function, I can declare the variable of type day now. Day, D. D is a variable of type day now. See, this is a variable of which type? Day type. What is day? It's a data type. Is it built in? No, we have defined it. This is our data type. Yes. Now, what are the values that day can have? You can assign anything from these set of values. You can write Monday or you can write Friday. Anything you can write to this one. But you cannot directly assign the value 0 now. So this will be invalid. You have to use those set of values only. And at any place in your program, you want to check whether it is Monday or not. So you have to check it like this. If day is equals to Monday. So you can check like this, and if it is true, then answer will be true, means it will enter into this if block. So if day is Monday, it will be true. Now let us define an enum for this one. For this one, I'll remove this and I will define. For this, let us say enum, and these are departments, DPT. Now the departments are CS, then EC. See, if I write CS, by default, as I said, it will start from 0. If you want to change it, you can change the number. So if you say CS assign 1, then next write just ECE. This will automatically become 2. So this is the starting point. You can just mention the starting point, right? Then this becomes 2 and this becomes 3 and civil becomes 4. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3 and this is 4. So if you mention some starting number, then the remaining, it will take the next number. Automatically takes the next number. Now in my program, inside main function, if I want to declare variable of type department, DPT, D, then D assign CS. Like this you can use. Or any other department you can assign. So you can declare the variable which can have only these set of values. Right? You cannot write anything other than this. Next, here I will change some values, right? I will remove this. Suppose I say Monday as 1, so this will be 1. Then if I write just Tuesday, then automatically it will be 2. Then for Wednesday, I will write 5, so this will become 5. Then Thursday, if I say, this will automatically become 6, right? Then Friday, it will automatically become 7. Then Saturday, if I say 9, then it will become 9. Then Sunday, it will become 10. So I can mention the values at different places. I can change the values, but the next term or the next constant will be a next number. Like if this is 1, then automatically I'm not assigning here anything. So this will become 2, right? Now this is 5. I'm not assigning any value here. So this will become 6. The next number it will take for the next constant that we are defining. So this is about enum. This feature is available, but how to use it, it's all up to a programmer. First of all, programmer should think that he needs some codes. If he is not using codes, then he cannot think of using enum. First of all, if you are following an approach that you are assigning codes to some strings or some names, then you can think of using enum. So utilizing it or not, it's a user's choice. It's not frequently used If it is used, then the programming will be more better. So the program will be more readable. So you don't have to write on the codes like just 0, 1, 2, 3. You can use the names like this CS, EC, IT. So the program becomes more readable and easy for programming. If a project is very lengthy, it's a very big project, then it will be very easy for working in that project if you use names. Then next we will see typedef. Now let us look at typedef, that is type definition. What is this? So for explanation, I have taken one example here. So if you see this example, I have some variables. All these are of type integer. These are of type integer. Now the variable names, if you see M1, M2, M3, R1, R2, R3. So what is this? See, I have not used meaningful name, readable name. So usually programmers, they have the habit of doing this. Like when you are learning now C++, now for quickly practicing, you will give the names like this. You will not give lengthy names or more meaningful names. And that will become your habit. So even in your real projects or the major projects also, you will follow the same thing. So you'll give the names like this. And if this type of names are given, they are not readable. And if the project is becoming lengthy and it's taking much time, it is very tough for you to work on the project. Because you yourself cannot figure out what is M1, what is M2. Today you wrote something, tomorrow you come back to work and again you read the code. What is this M1? I forgot. For what I declared. So this type of problem arises if you're not using a readable or meaningful name. So this issue is readability issue. Right? Again, I tell you, it's a readability issue. Now, what I want is, I want to make those variable meaningful. So, if not the names, if I cannot give names, at least this data type should tell me what is that. So, yes, that I can do it using typedef. So, let us do it. I'll define a typedef. So, actually, this M1, M2, M3 are the marks. R1, R2, R3 are roll numbers. Both are of integer type. So here I will define typedefs. So this is type definition, integer, marks, and one more typedef, integer, roll number. Now inside main function, I will declare the variable. Now M1, M2, M3, I will declare them of type marks. M1, M2, M3. Then R1, R2, R3 are of type roll number. So R1, R2, R3. These are the roll numbers. Now what is R1, R2, R3? Roll number. What is roll number? Integer type. Integer type. So again, also useful for defining user defined data type. Yes, we have our own data type now. It's nothing but the change of name of integer, right? So integer we are calling it as marks. Marks is integer, right? Roll number is an integer. So now, even if I use M1, M2, M3 and I forgot what is this. So if I come at this declaration point, I can know that, okay, this is for marks. M1, M2, M3 are for marks. And R1, R2, R3 are for roll number, storing roll number. So instead of giving documentation or giving lengthy name, you can at least follow this one. So this is not related to efficiency or the speeding up of a program. This is just related to readability of a program. We can make the program more readable by introducing typedef. So I already told you the issue, the problem faced by the programmer. They forget the things if the project is going lengthy. So this is how you can make it easy for you to remember the things or to recall the things by giving proper type definitions. Again, this depends on the programmer, how he utilizes, right? And what type of project and what are its habits, programming habits. So wherever useful, if you try to go on using this one, then it will be better. So while practicing, wherever you identify, oh, I can use typedef here, use it. So that's all about typedef. So there is a demo video after this one, so you can watch it. There I am showing you how to declare and use it, right? So you can practice this one. So that's all in this video.